Hello again. Oh dear, sorry about that. Hello again, I am Jim Bob, and welcome back to F1 Manager 24 Creative Team Career here on the PC. And tonight is round 5 of our second season, and yet another sprint weekend. We are heading to Shanghai for the Chinese Grand Prix. So, let's see. A little bit of a disappointment last night. A decent result, but just tinged with that sense of what could have been. We just didn't quite have enough points left to hang on, or enough pace left to hang on to get points last night. There was just this creeping sense of inevitability about our gradual drop down the order, and so it came to pass that we just could not stay in the top 10 in the end. Good effort though. Maybe we'll do better here. We generally do quite well in China. We shall see how we go. Let's take a quick look at our car situation. So both cars are running the new chassis, and both cars are running the new rear wing. We've also got side pods and suspensions on the way. We've got one available already. Let's slap that on. Do we have one here as well? Yes, we do. This I'm actually going to give to Valtteri rather than Hamilton, because Hamilton has got better tyre wear. And the main gain of our new suspension is to improve tyre wear by 5%. So that should hopefully level those two up a little bit in terms of, you know, eliminating some of that disparity in tyre wear. It also counters the fact that we have given the side pod to Hamilton, so it's not one car being massively quicker than the other. It gives us a chance to try and keep them, you know, relatively close on track and work together where possible. Evening Dino, evening Farah, evening Daniel, good to see you guys. Hello to everyone else who's lurking in the chat. Let's take a quick look at our drivers, speaking of them. So, that's what I'm looking for. There we go. So, Hamilton is very much our lead driver, which is why we have been kind of pushing the upgrades to him first. Here you can see that big difference in smoothness, 90 versus 77. It's a big gap. Hamilton's stats are always on this level at the moment. Valtteri's are actually +1 to what you see here, because he's got that little bit of a boost. So his smoothness is currently, or should be, 78. Yes, there we go, 78 is that +1. So that helps, but it's still quite a big gap, which is why it's harder to make the strategies work for Valtteri compared to Lewis. Also, you can see there's very much a definite difference in pace. huge difference in adaptability, but this is going to be a dry weekend, so that's less of an issue. Good defending skills from Lewis. Reaction-wise, slightly better. Overtaking is better. Slightly better accuracy, though. So we'll see if we can keep Valtteri in Hamilton's wheel tracks throughout the Grand Prix weekend. Let's set our targets. We're going to go 18th or higher for both because it's the highest we can go for. And let's head to Shanghai.
We're just getting settled here in Shanghai, ahead of the Chinese Grand Prix. Formula One has arrived for the Chinese Grand Prix. Aesthetically pleasing from the air, Shanghai International Circuit is designed to represent the Chinese symbol for Shang, meaning upwards. And it's upwards and onwards for our teams and drivers here this weekend.
This weekend will be taking a slightly different form as we have the addition of a thrilling sprint race thrown into the mix.
The weekend begins here.
Thrilling. Okay, so no real cloud cover. There'll be a little bit, but it's going to be a pretty warm weekend. That'll certainly keep tyres fired up. Maybe a bit too much. We shall see. We will run the hard tyres in this session. Again, sprint weekend, so we're not going to run the rookies. China's normally 16 laps if you want to do 2 runs, so we're going to fuel for 35 laps of fuel. Do I think they'll make F1 Manager 2026 for next year when we get the new cars? No, I do not. They have cancelled the series. There will not be another one. Unless they come to a new agreement with F1 Manager, with F1 Management, and that is highly unlikely considering that they didn't really make any money on this franchise. And as soon as they got offered Jurassic World Evolution 3, they immediately dropped this for that. Right, setups. We want to go somewhere around 11 or 11.5, quite low on the front wing. Let's start with a 3 and 11.5. Let's go with a 2.8. We want to keep this relatively low, below 3. I'm going to start with a 2.85. I'm going to push this up quite high, just under 1. See how we do there. For Hamilton, we'll go a little bit different. We'll go with a 2 on the front. Again, we'll go with an 11.5. We'll go with the 3.7. Going to drop this down even further to there, and we're going to actually leave that probably about there. See how we get on with that one. And let's hit the track. Evening, Johnny. Thrilling and sprint are 2 words that don't really belong together. No, they don't, do they? Well, for the most part, they don't, but we tend to have more exciting sprints than we see in reality.
And radio check when you can. Yeah, loud and clear. Copy, loud and clear.
Radio check. Good for me too.
Just 2 rookies taking part in the session. We've got Tim Tramnitz at Audi, sitting in for Arvid Lindblad, and Victor Martin sitting in for Lando Norris at Mercedes. Everyone else is a first-team driver.
my tyres.
We need to work on the tires, keep the temperature on the tires.
They're still the same.
Right, how are we getting on? 4 out of 5 with Valtteri, and now with Hamilton as well.
Any comments
There we go. Oh, only 78%.
No big struggles.
That's not good.
Okay.
Only took me 14 minutes, 15 minutes to get that feedback, so I think I might actually call him in. Try and make some changes.
Practice your pit lane entry.
Yeah, copy.
Victor Martin currently topping the session.
So limiter should be on now. Stopping on the marks.
Just about finished my sausage rolls. There we go. Let's have a look. So we need a little bit less rear wing, it would seem. Let's push that up to a 1.9. Not far off on the cornering. That might do it. Evening, Daniel. Daniel Hagger. We have 2 Daniels in chat tonight. All right, we got feedback from
feedback on
Lewis, and 88%. That's better. Not as close as I'd like it to be, but good enough for him to stay out. Alright, let's speed them back up again. Hopefully these changes for Valtteri will be good. Can't afford to bring him back in again. Need to get him some time on the track. A little
Let's
whoopsie
take a
for a
closer
wasser
look.
at the end of the lap.
Now here they were taking turn 14. And round they go. And ultimately, just unable to bring the car under control.
getting close. Oh, look at that. 96. Got very close.
Thanks, guys. Copy that.
Definitely a lot better. We'll see if it's an easy-ish looking fix when we get back to the garage. Yeah, hard tyres are staying in the window. I say that as soon as they drop out of the window. No, that they are kind of getting in the window. I think, again, without harvesting, maybe with a little bit of fuel push, they would easily stay in the window without the need to heat them. It does open up the possibility of hards. I don't think pace-wise they're going to be particularly good around this circuit, but only in the short term. Long term, I think that would balance out reasonably well. Might be something to just keep in reserve in case we get a safety car. I don't really want to try for a one-stop. Or at least not with Valtteri anyway. Maybe Hamilton. He has got that much higher tyre wear. Or much lower tyre wear, as I probably should say. Much higher tyre wear preservation. He's going to run out of fuel almost immediately. Yeah, there we go. He didn't even make it round the corner before he was saying, oh, I'm going to run out of fuel. There's only 2 minutes left. All right, let's have a look. I think that will go to there. I think that's probably going to come up, which means that's going to go up. That's too much. Let's try that. See how we get on with that.
That's the checkered flag.
And that is the end of practice. Kimi looking pretty pacey at the start. Victor Martin doing a solid job in Norris's Mercedes. Max and Yuki pretty close. Again, this is all practice time, so it doesn't mean too much, but we have seen Kimi looking pretty quick recently. We know how quick that Mercedes is this year. We're at 96% with Valtteri. Oh, we never looked at Valtteri, did we? But we'll do that just before we go out in qualifying. So that's it for practice. Sprint qualifying is next.
Welcome everyone, qualifying for the sprint awaits us, and we're raring to get going.
Evening, Clark. See you made it on time tonight. Alright, so minor changes needed. I'm going to take just a touch. Which way do I want to go? Let's go down on the front wing. Bring that back up. And that will hopefully be it. If not, we know it needs to go the other way. Let's see. Engines starting to get a little low, but we're going to stick with them. At least for the sprint anyway. May possibly change them out for the Grand Prix. We'll see what the pace is like. And we've already made changes to Lewis that we don't know if they're going to work or not. So let's send them out for quali.
4 seconds, 3, 2, 1, green light.
Nobody looking to break cover first. Oh, there we go. Oscar and Ocon both going out at the same time. And now Alex Albon and George Russell looking to get out early. See if he can arrest his poor qualifying form. There goes Hadjar. And we're getting a few more coming out of that. There's Norris and Max. I'm going to send Valtteri. Got an Alpine behind us as well. That is Schumacher. And an Audi and a Toyota. They're all starting to pile out now. I say Toyota, a Haas. It's Behrman. And Hamilton's going to end up slotting out behind Yuki Tsunoda by the look of it. Audi have unveiled their concept livery. So not confirmed as an actual livery. Now we won't find that out till January, February next year. But, yeah, let me have a quick Google search on that. I'm not a fan. I mean, I like the silver going into the black. I just don't like the way you've got that slot, that solid line straight down the middle of the car. I don't think it looks particularly nice.
Gap is currently...
It is kind of exactly the same colours as they used when they unveiled their car as a show car, as an entry car, when they announced they were joining. The livery is different, but the colours are the same. But yeah, that's pretty bad. I really hope that it looks a lot different to that. I think the ones that we've seen from modders so far look a lot nicer than that. All right, 24.2 for Valtteri in the opening sector. It's quicker than Schumacher, quicker than Lindblad, but slower than everybody else. Oh, quicker than Albon as well. Hamilton also a 24.2. Early pace set by Piastri, a 1:32.5. Bottas down in the middle sector on Albon, but up on Lindblad and Schumacher, matching. So it's Mercedes 1-2 at the moment. Max pops up into third. Valtteri goes P9 and keeps dropping.
P10.
Let's see what Hamilton can do.
Copy.
Try and get them some clean air for their next runs. Hamilton goes slightly quicker
At the
than
moment,
Schumacher.
11.
On a par with Tsunoda. It's 200 slower. Ferrari not looking that quick, but we've seen Ferrari have not got a particularly good car this season, or at least at the moment anyway. Yeah, I'm looking at a couple of different angles. It looks better from a sort of a diagonal angle, and it looks better from a top-down angle, but straight side on it looks hideous.
Single yellow.
Heading down the straight.
Ooh, that's an unusual place to crash.
And that's the moment.
Whoa,
the
that's a
car
very
plows into the
unusual
wall,
place to crash.
And that won't do their confidence any good.
What on earth caused that? Bizarre. So, at the moment, with everyone having set a time, Hamilton is just squeaking through. Valtteri is a couple of tenths shy. Well, 10th shy. 10th and a bit. Ah, 94%. So we went the wrong way. I can put that back to a 3 to try and fix it, but I can't fully fix it. You don't think Iwasa will last long? Well, RB have got a terrible car this year. I mean, they had a really, really good car in 2025, and then they had a terrible car towards the end of the season last season, and it's only got worse. We're at 95% for Lewis. What were we at? We've made an improvement. Let's just try and find out where the front wing's supposed to be. You're hoping we'll get to hear who's in the Red Bull for next season soon. Nah, they won't announce it till the season's all but done. Probably Abu Dhabi's when they'll make the announcement, or just before. They might even wait till after Abu Dhabi. Because the F2 Championship is still being decided. Hadjar for the second seat, Lawson and Lindblad for Minardi. Yeah, that's essentially what we did for 2026. We moved Tsunoda over to Aston for the start of the Honda partnership. Will life imitate art? All right, speaking of, who is that behind us? It's not Iwasa. It's Stroll, and he's on an outlap, so he's going to get a slipstream off the back of Valtteri.
So you're in a good position.
More traffic starting to come out.
Track will be clear. Mode push. You are good to go.
And we immediately run into said traffic with Valtteri.
And track is clear, track clear.
So I think his lap is a bust, and I don't think he's got any chance of making it through now. Let's turn our attention then to Lewis, who has got a clean run for the start of the lap. Do I think the championship's going to go down to the last race of the season? I hope so. You need that drama to make Abu Dhabi an enticing watch. Alright, so definitely not a good lap for Valtteri. Hamilton didn't find any time in the first sector. He's up a couple of tenths in the middle sector. Oh, look at all those cars in front. This is going to get messy. Somehow we actually got through that without being held up. We might even get a little bit of a slipstream here up to the line. No, we lost time. So, no improvement for Hamilton. Is it going to be enough to hang on? Antonelli's likely to knock us out. He's up by 3-4 tenths at the moment. And he goes up to 4th. So both of our drivers are eliminated in Q1. Normal service has been resumed. Can Bortoletto squeeze through? He's had a good first sector, but oh, look at the traffic. Wait, I think these guys are all on flying laps as well. Oh, no, that's it. He's out. That was Valtteri getting his revenge. And there we go. no improvement. Well, an improvement, but nowhere near enough of an improvement. So Bortoletto will go out as well. So eliminated from Q1 in the sprint qualifying is Hamilton, Schumacher, Bottas, Lindblad, Iwasa, and Bortoletto. Evening, Adrian. All right, let's see who stuck it on pole for the sprint. It's George, Lando in second, then it's Piastri from Antonelli, so an all Mercedes front row, McLaren locking out row 2, Albon in 5th ahead of Max, then Leclerc and then Lawson, Tsunoda and Gasly. Out in Q2 then was Behrman from Stroll, Sainz, Ocon, Hadjar and Magnussen.
We're back, and the action is set to get even better today as the drivers go racing in the sprint. Of course, this is the first sprint of the season, adding an extra
No, it's
challenge
not.
for the drivers
It's like the
and their
third
teams.
or
But
fourth.
as ever, in Formula One, an extra challenge is an extra opportunity.
Ah, yes, a
The big
challenge-unity.
draw today is the opportunity to grab some extra championship points. After all, they could make the difference when the season comes to a close.
Well, it's not too long now until the sprint around Shanghai, where we'll see who comes out on top.
Right, okay, so we've made mistakes with both cars here. So that needs to go to a 2.5. Let's revert back to our best setup. There we go, 95%. Oh, yeah, it's going to brake park firmly, isn't it? Well, we're at the back of the grid. Might as well. There we go. So that should be it for Lewis. Valtteri, we're at 94% as our best. Let's go with that. Let's run the soft tyres, maybe. I have to look after them, but I think we can do that. And let's throw in an extra 2 laps of fuel. Pretty sure we should be able to catch it pretty quickly with all the concertinaing. And there we go. With the new F1 cars we're getting next year, do I think it will improve Lewis's qualifying? I don't know. I mean, it's another new style of car. It's still ground effect, but not as... It's weird to say. I mean, the downforce is going to be responsible for more, or the underfloor is going to be responsible for more downforce on the next generation of cars than they are on the current one. But there's no Venturi tunnels anymore, so it's a move towards a flatter floor. Maybe that will bring the best out of Lewis again. Who knows? Right, we are set and ready. The sprint is next.
we go. The sprint in Shanghai. And it's lights out, and away we go.
We are not starting from the pit lane. I'm not sure why, but I'll take it. Right, what's our track temperature? 37.9. Let's see if it goes up or down.
ERS?
Understood.
Let's have mode push.
Copy.
DRS is enabled.
Right, I want to make sure we do not get dropped as the DRS turns on, which is why we've turned the batteries on. Quite a few other cars on softs, not many on the mediums. We've got Lindblad, Iwasa, Bortoletto, Hadjar, Magnussen, Stroll, Behrman and Lawson. So less than half the field. Just 8 cars on the mediums. And we've got a yellow flag. That is Iwasa behind us. Is that a spin or just a lock-up? A lock-up.
Now we should be able to take a look here. Right, we're down at turn 5. And the car just locks. Just unable to control the car by that point.
Starting to put some pressure here on Magnussen. And Schumacher. Hadjar's pulled out of the slipstream, which could leave him vulnerable. Can we go between the middle of the pair of them? No, we can't, but we can get in front of Magnussen. Bottas nearly able to get past Schumacher.
They're doing a good job.
He's side by side, battery on the exit. And Hamilton immediately makes a move on Hadjar.
18.
Very good
And that is
job.
Valtteri through.
Next guy in front is Ocon.
Very nice. So here was the move up the inside for Lewis. You know what time it is? That's right, it's whoop time. And let's see if Valtteri makes any happy noises.
Now this was Valtteri Bottas.
Well, no, because it's Crofty talking.
It's certainly inviting.
But a very nice move to get through. So both drivers gaining
Now
positions.
Bottas moves up the field.
Charge on.
Understood.
Oh, getting range, getting range. Not quite.
And charge button on, charge button on.
Can I maybe pick up a slipstream though? Valtteri's having a look up the inside of Magnussen.
Mode push.
Copy.
Can he complete that move on the exit? You have to go around the outside here at the last turn.
And just a reminder on garage.
Yes, he can.
Charge on.
Do we have a happy
Good job.
Valtteri? No, apparently we don't. Taking a page out of Kimi Räikkönen's book there and just saying nothing. One of my favourite little audio clips when when a driver overtakes is Fernando Alonso. He does a little laugh and then goes, bye-bye. Ooh, problem for Charles.
Well, yeah, right. It certainly looks like they've developed.
Shut up, Crofty. All right. Hamilton is not quite in DRS range. Hadjar is also not quite in DRS range. Valtteri's just about in DRS range. And Hadjar might actually have snuck in.
Charge on.
Tyre temps are climbing despite looking after the tyres. I wonder if we're going to see some pit stops. Wouldn't be surprised if we do. Which might open up the possibility of some points for us, potentially. A lot of cars on those softs. There's only 3 cars in front of us on the mediums. 4 if you can count Hadjar in front of Valtteri, but I'm not because we're right there.
Charge on.
And we're going to try and make that move now if we can. Got the overspeed up the inside. Move is done. Lovely stuff.
Excellent.
Let's have a look at that. Now we're watching the action closely here. The gap opens up for them.
You are P16.
All right, Hamilton's caught back up again. Let's start to harvest.
He's 0.5 behind.
See if we can get Valtteri to catch up and maybe even drop Hadjar in the process. Look at the tyre temps.
Understood.
Slow down now. Got it.
Happy with the tires?
I mean, if this is an indicator of what tyres are going to be like in the race, softs are going to be really good for us.
Very happy with tyre management.
Yeah, copy.
Okay, charge on.
Bottas behind.
Schumacher's got past Hadjar, so we might see him sneaking up behind us soon. Just a little look, a non-committal look there from Lewis. Harvesting tyres in the lowest pace setting. He was never going to go for that.
Happy with the tires?
Just letting Stroll know he's there, though. Forcing Stroll to just be a bit more cautious through the corner, which has opened up a gap to Ocon that we can try and exploit
Energies are
when we
good.
get to the DRS zone on the long back straight. In PR. And Hamilton's really piling on the pressure. See, Stroll is having to take very defensive lines. Now it's time to step on that a little bit.
And more energy available.
Charge on.
Here he goes.
Bottas DRS.
Gets that move up the inside. And will immediately push to go after Ocon. Albon's into the pit, so is Lawson. So, Lawson's going to have to stack.
Ocon in front.
There's a chance here Ferrari could jump the pair of them if they get a really good stop. He is going to jump the pair of them. Oh, what a disaster this is turning out for Williams here.
Not gone right in the pits.
And a problem for Lawson as well. He tries to kill as many mechanics as he can on the way out in frustration.
Charge on.
Track temperature climbing up to 41 degrees now.
What about tyres?
Now we'll see if we can get Valtteri through. There is Schumacher right behind us now. He's caught up. So Stroll slipping in terms of pace. He's now 3 seconds behind Lewis, who's just about caught up to the back of Ocon. Ocon's got that DRS from Behrman, which is making it tricky to stay with him. Now we should have it across the line.
And tire phase update when you can.
Valtteri is through. Tsunoda's into the pits. And we have a yellow flag.
Here's the replay. Right, we're at turn 14 here. It's
So
there
Valtteri
for the
actually went round the
taking.
outside. We're going to see Stroll try and fight back. No. Mick's going to try and sneak through up the inside, and does. So 2 places lost there for Lance Stroll. What's the yellow flag for? I think that is for Magnussen.
We've got a yellow flag.
It is. Not a good move. Maybe he was trying to get close to try and jump Stroll as well, but it backfired horribly for him. Right, let's put Hamilton back into harvest mode.
Charge button on.
Keep pushing Valtteri. See if we can close up a little bit. Both of the Audis are in. Soft tyres and soft tyres, but they're at the back of the grid. I think we've got points on the cards here for Lewis. Not sure about Valtteri, but definitely I think there's a chance for Lewis here. Still got a good number of laps left.
And you can use all the boost bar.
So Ocon is out of range and vulnerable. Can't rely on Behrman this time. And we are going through up the insides.
Good job.
We're going to give up DRS to Ocon here, but we're going to keep pushing and hopefully we'll... oh, Ocon's in the pits. Never mind. Let's go after Behrman. P9, just outside of the points. And Valtteri has managed to break away from Mick. Good, good.
Charge on.
New fastest lap for Carlos Sainz. And now Liam Lawson. Those who stopped. Pushing hard, trying to close back up again. Why are we not being told what those laps are? There we go, 134.4. 134.5 for Sainz. So, marginally quicker. Hamilton now just about inside DRS range for Behrman.
And charge button on.
Evening, Wayne. Engine temps are getting high. Getting very high. All that pushing and all that dirty air. Schumacher into the pits now.
Continue, keep going.
Pretty good stop. But you don't get pit stop points in the sprints. You will get out in front of the Audis. We are going to make a move on Ollie Behrman for P8 when we hit the back straight.
So deployed. And tires are good to push.
Valtteri is lapping quick enough to get into 8th place. Assuming that Gasly doesn't suddenly pick his pace back up.
Alright, let's concentrate.
Not close enough for a lunge there. Max is in the pits. So if Max is boxing, anyone could box at this point. 8 laps to go. It's a quick stop. He's going to feed out between Stroll and Iwasa, I think. It'll be tight with Iwasa. It'll be very tight. Iwasa's going to get him. Here we go. So he's ahead of Yuki. So he's the highest of all the cars that have stopped so far. And he's not that far behind in the grand scheme of things. He will be a threat to Valtteri. I'm hopeful that Hamilton will be far enough ahead that it won't be a threat to him.
Continue like this.
Especially if we can put Behrman between us. A little bit more tyre just to get this move done.
And try to increase pushing status.
Come on, get the move done. There we go. So, less than 2 seconds to Gasly. And 6th place.
Good job.
Valtteri's only 2 seconds behind.
Got to him 2.0.
Can we get a whoop for the points? Yes, we can. Starting to sound a little bit Bob the Builder. Can we get a whoop? Yes, we can.
Race is long. And try to cool down the tires as much as possible.
Let's up Valtteri's tyre pace a little bit.
Okay,
I am
to
wary
push harder
of
through
the threat
6
of
and 7
Verstappen.
if you can.
He's ahead of Iwasa and a second and a half clear of him already. This will be his first timed lap on those new tyres, so we'll see how quick he's going to be. He's closing in on Stroll. There is Stroll. Didn't quite see Max, but we might well see him on the back straight. Problem I've got with Valtteri is we're not able to drop Behrman.
And charge button.
This is
on.
making it harder for
Charge
Valtteri
button
to
on.
catch up. There's Max. Far end of the straight. Sets the fastest lap, as I had a feeling he would do. 1:33.4. It's 3 seconds quicker than Hamilton. 2.5 quicker than Valtteri. He's got time to catch Valtteri.
And push.
Let's have another go at breaking away if we can.
Mode push.
Couldn't
Just
quite
cool your
make it.
tyres.
Copy.
We've got the gap over a second, but he's got DRS, so that'll come back down again. Max is making the move. Easy as you like past Lance Stroll. And now I've managed to drop Behrman, but it's cost me all my battery to do it. And I don't know if Valtteri can catch Behrman in time to try and use him to defend from Max.
Okay, next guy in front is Gasly.
Track temperature's now nearly 45 degrees. God, no wonder the tyres are screaming.
Get those tyres temperatures down.
Copy.
Charge on.
Copy.
Closing in on Gasly.
Entire phase update when you can, please.
We could possibly one-stop this. Softs to hards, maybe.
No rear end.
Valtteri's tyre temps coming down. Max has not really closed up as much as I thought he would on this lap.
Yep.
And we are in DRS range.
Gasly in front.
So Max took a second out of Valtteri. 4 seconds to gap, 4 laps to go. It's doable.
Charge button on.
He gets within 1 second, gets that DRS, we're in trouble. Don't want to let Behrman get in range.
Use DRS. Four laps to go. At the end, P7.
Did we keep him at bay? Don't know. He might have snuck in.
1.0 now. And we need to increase pushing status.
Yes, he did. Damn it. That again just drags him further away from Valtteri. And that is 6th place.
So we need to push.
Right then, we can take a look now. Let's have a look at the action. It's all at the final corner. They decide to give it a go.
Lovely stuff. So, that is 3 points. Let's turn our attention to Valtteri.
We don't need to worry about management on these tyres, just push them.
Well, that's not entirely true, but we've got a little bit of wiggle room. Max is slowing down. He must have absolutely hammered his tyres. Or he's completely out of battery, one of the two. Or combination of both, maybe. Oh, Gasly's been left for dead. And he's having to drive very defensively. And this is going to give Valtteri a golden opportunity to close in. There's Verstappen in the background. Gap's still over 3.5. Yeah, Gasly's tyres are definitely gone.
Cool your tyres.
I don't think he's going to be able to hold off Behrman here. So it looks like we're going to be fighting Gasly here at the end. Assuming we don't melt our own tyres. Track temperature coming down a little bit again.
Copy.
Charge on.
Copy.
2 laps to go.
Hamilton's now comfortably clear. With 2 laps left.
Understood.
Yeah, Gasly's falling away dramatically. Those tyres are dead for him.
Car ahead is Gasly. There's progress to be made.
Let's ride with Valtteri here. Fault for Ocon.
Deployment.
battery issues for him. Where is he at the moment? Down in 16th place. Max is closing in. He's now just 2 seconds behind as we are losing some time stuck here behind Gasly.
Mode push.
Copy.
No management on the tyres required.
Behrman's already too far ahead for us to go after him, but we can get a point. Problem for Sainz.
I cannot push. Something is strange.
Oh, a really bad exit there for Gasly. It's going to give Max DRS, so he'll immediately come flying past as well.
Charge on.
Gasly's punctured. I did wonder. Yeah. Inside left just went. So, final lap. At 2 miles, gap is 2 seconds.
So increase pushing status. And we'll need lift off.
And I think we're good. Double points finishing a sprint. There'll be 4 excellent points. And Gas is going to finish last, I think.
Our
Yeah,
sprint winner
easily.
today, George Russell. George Russell did so well today. He really deserved that sprint win.
That was a fantastic effort. Really well done.
Right. Around the last couple of corners for Lewis. There's Ollie Behrman. He will finish in 7th. Tsunoda's punctured as well.
And checkered flag.
We need to do more lift and coast. Please increase by 10%.
And Valtteri makes it across the line. There we go. 8th place for Valtteri.
Checkered flag has been shown.
Stroll ended up closing right back in on Verstappen. That's probably down to Gasly's puncture. But 2 cars in the points in the sprint. 6th place for Lewis. That's 3 points for him. 8th for Valtteri. A point for him. 4 for the team. Not a bad way to start the Grand Prix weekend.
And after today's sprint, it's a finish at the points for Lewis Hamilton.
I imagine they'll roll up their sleeves now and make sure their next performance goes even better.
Not quite sure why we're seeing Valtteri's helmet there, but never mind. So, George takes the sprint win ahead of Lando Norris. Piastri finishes 3rd ahead of Antonelli in 4th. So 2 by 2 for Mercedes and McLaren. Leclerc gets 5th. Hamilton up 11 places for 6th. Behrman in 7th. Valtteri up 11 places for 8th. And it's Verstappen from Stroll. Iwasa, Magnussen, Sainz, Ocon, Albon, Schumacher, Hadjar, Lawson, Bortoletto, Lindblad, and then punctures at the end for both Yuki Tsunoda and Pierre Gasly as they limp home across the line.
Welcome everyone to qualifying. This should be a good one.
The Shanghai International Circuit is notoriously tough on tyres, so expect to see that factor into the team's strategies as they deal with this busy schedule.
And here's a driver there's been quite a focus on recently, Karun, Valtteri Bottas.
It hasn't been a great showing from the team's drivers so far. Neither will want to be left behind, and I'm sure they'll both be looking to pull ahead today.
Here we go, folks. It's time to get started.
All right, let's check those setups. 92 and 93. What? We overcooked it on the camber. Let's try that for Valtteri, I suppose. Uh, 92 for Hamilton. Oh my god, this is proving very frustrating trying to nail this. Right, engines are dipping. Do I want to risk swapping them out or running them, or should I swap them out? I think we should just run them. We had really strong pace in the sprint. It will be obviously less effective in the race because a pit stop is not a death sentence in a race compared to the sprint. But the longer we can go, I think, without tapping into the rest of the engine supply, the better. So this is probably going to be the last race that we use these.
Green light.
Let's see if we can get through without having to dip into a new one. I mean, now that we're actually sending them onto the track, if we do use another engine, it's now going to be braking park fair, mate. So pit lane start. Not the worst thing in the world around this circuit, but certainly not something I would like. I mean, we got very lucky not having to do that in the sprint for some reason. I don't know why. We broke park fair, mate, to change the setups, and it did not. Started from the pit lane. The only thing I can think of is maybe it didn't actually change the setups from... Because we've had that before. We'll make some changes, go into a new session, and the changes don't stick, and it goes back to what it was before. I'm wondering if that's what happened in the race, in the sprint, that it just rolled those changes back and ignored them, which meant that we didn't break park fair as a result. Maybe that's why we didn't start from the pit lane. Who knows?
Track is clear. Track is clear. Start the lap.
Gap is good. Good to go.
All right, we got some traffic. So Hamilton's lap is immediately compromised
I got traffic, man.
by George.
Seen it.
Thank you, George. That's not a good first sector. Actually, it's not bad. It's only a tenth better than slower than Valtteri. Oh my god. Threading the needle. And Valtteri down half a second to Hamilton in the middle sector. Wonder how much of that is down to having to thread the needle. Maybe a slightly compromised exit of the carousel there as well. Out of the banked curve. So potentially even more time to be lost here. Up to the line for Lewis. 40.6 means he does a 132.9.
And stay negative on the dash. Stay negative.
And Valtteri lost another 3/10 in the final sector, so he's almost a second down. 9/10.
Mode in.
Quicker than Piastri, who looks like he got held up. Behrman is showing some pace. So is Magnussen. Right, Lawson is tucked up behind Lando Norris. So he's getting a slipstream. As Iwasa moves out of the way. Magnussen with a mighty middle sector. Okay, so we're down 4/10 there. That's not horrible. Down 4/10. Here comes Hadjar, Norris and Lawson behind as well.
There will be pit limiter on.
What a lap from Magnussen. He goes 6.5 tenths quicker. And Lawson does get ahead of Lando Norris, shadowing him all the way around. Russell goes P2. That is a hell of a lap from Kevin Magnussen.
Lane. Stop on the marks.
I wonder if they're running a brand new engine in that car. Let's go for another lap. Oh, I didn't check the... let's do it now. Check the setup. 95. Oh, my God. I just can't nail this setup. We're just going to have to live with it. I don't want to start from the pit lane here. Let's see. Valtteri, 94. That's back to his best value as well. Again, just couldn't find it. I mean, I could tinker with it and eventually find it, but again, I don't want to start from the pit lane. Not unless I absolutely have to. I prefer to start on track and see if we can sneak a place or two in the opening few corners. Let's see, Iwasa on a lap and goes P3. Let me take a look at the track. It's ramped up a little bit. It's going to continue to ramp up. That's obviously where it's going to get the most grip, but that's where it's going to also get the most traffic. As you can see, a lot of expected traffic at the end here. Albon looking pretty quick. Has Lindblad for company. Gasly flying in the first sector as well. Let's take a look at Gasly. He's got a lot of clear track here. He is closing in on the back of Stroll, but I think he'll catch him in a favourable position potentially here. You see Stroll crawling around the outside of the curve to get out of the way. Albon pops up into third place. Lindblad goes P6. Mick's on a lap as well, but he's down a second in the first sector, and he's down a lot in the middle sector. 2.3 seconds, no, sorry, 1.3 seconds down in the middle sector. So he's down nearly 2.5 seconds to his teammate already. Gasly comes up to the line and goes P5. I'm not sure where Mick's hit that track. He must have just made a mistake somewhere or just has some damage. How is he so slow? I can't see any cars that would have got in the way. .42.5. He's down in the middle, in final section as well. There's something wrong with that car. There has to be something wrong with that car for him to be that far off the pace on what looked to be a clear track. I wonder what it is. Let's send our boys back out. I nearly forgot to do this. Let's send them back out so we can get another run in on these tyres. We'll have Russell in between us. Yeah, real horror show for Schumacher there. Still no time set for Antonelli or Tsunoda, but they are both on track right now. Tsunoda just about to start his lap. Antonelli in the first sector. It's not bad, 24.0. It's not the quickest we've seen though. Yuki 0.3 quicker. Piastri on the racing line there. Naughty, naughty.
Will be charge button off for last corner.
28.9.
Okay, gap is good. So you're good to go if you wish.
Tsunoda a second quicker, so yeah, that did slow down Antonelli. And we've got some traffic in the way. Lance Stroll or Iwasa. Could be either. It's Stroll. So Antonelli improves his time. Well, sets the time. He's only good enough for P18 right now. Russell is flying. Both of our drivers have found a good amount of time in the first sector. And this lap is on used tyres as well, let's not forget. Is Hamilton going to get held up by Stroll here? Don't think so. 27.9, no. He gets out of the way of Valtteri. Potential delay at the end of the lap here for Hamilton, as Russell is absolutely flying. That's, I think, Hadjar about to start his flying lap. We've got a yellow flag. We've got a red flag. That is Iwasa in the barrier.
So this is what happened. So here we go, heading into turn 1.
We were so close to crossing the line and improving our lap times.
Well, they may have been keen to leave their mark, but I think that was a little too literal, don't you? And for the crew watching on in the garage, that really must have been a hard one to take.
So there will be time to have another run. We'll throw on a brand new set of softs. Russell was about to go top as well. That's been denied. But he's already through, so I don't care about Russell. We've got 5.5 minutes of the session to go. Let's see who breaks cover first. Iwasa is likely to make it through to the next session, even though he will take no part in the rest of qualifying, simply because of how quick his time is. And it is Norris who will be first out. Stroll's going out as well. Actually, Stroll's going to beat him onto the track. There we go. Bortoletto will slot out behind Norris. Now Piastri's hitting the track as well. I don't know if I want to go early and see if we get a clean run. I'm going to go early with Valtteri. We'll hold Hamilton back in reserve. Valtteri needs a clean lap more than Hamilton does.
Reminder for brake temperature.
Copy.
So you're in a good position.
Damn it, I was hoping I'd go out in front of, or behind the Ferrari. Never mind. Actually, which Ferrari is that? It's Leclerc.
And we need a good warm-up on the brakes.
Okay.
We still have a high likelihood of at least one of our cars hitting traffic.
Have no traffic issues. So remember, mode push, good to go.
23.5, purple, first sector for Norris.
And track is clear, track clear.
Right, Hamilton's going to have a big chunk of traffic to deal with on his lap. This might work out very nicely for Valtteri, actually. Is it Russell that we're coming up on, or is that Norris? I think it's Russell. He's not going to be a factor. Valtteri has found some time in the first sector, but not in the middle. Hamilton hasn't found any time in the first sector. And this is where we could lose some time here. Track temperature pretty high, 45.8 degrees. No improvement in the middle sector for Valtteri, but this is against the lap that we were doing last time round. We could still improve. No improvement at all for Valtteri. That is not encouraging, and it's not looking good for Hamilton either. So frustrating. We slap on brand new tyres and we're going slower than the used set that we were using when the red flag came out. Neither driver improves. We are out of qualifying. Let's see who's going to join us. Possibly Sainz. Antonelli looks like he's going to be safe. Yeah, Antonelli goes P2. He's very safe. I think Mick's going to be safe as well. Not as safe, but should be safe. Max is going to make it through. I don't know about Sainz. He might do. It's going to be tight for Sainz, though. Checkered flag is out. Sainz is out. Goes out in 19th. So Verstappen and Lawson about to cross the line. Lawson goes up to P3. So Lindblad's in trouble. He's out as Schumacher goes up to 12th. And Max goes P4. So Ollie Behrman will be eliminated as well. Leclerc only just sneaking through by just 33 thousandths of a second. Nearly lost both Ferraris in Q1 here. But we are out. And who knows, maybe if we've been able to complete that lap when the red flag was waved, maybe we could actually have got one of our cars through. As it is, we're at 19th and 22nd, so might have a little fiddle with the setups again. Let's see what they look like. And first of all, let's see who's stuck in on pole. Lando, ahead of Max Verstappen. Leclerc third, having just scraped through at the end of Q1. He makes it all the way up to third place. Russell P4, Yuki Tsunoda fifth, ahead of Gasly, Albon, Lawson, Antonelli, and Piastri. So both Williams and both McLaren occupying rows 4 and 5. Let's see who went out in Q2. Magnussen ahead of Ocon, Bortoletto, Schumacher, Hadjar, and Iwasa, who did not take part in the session because he crashed.
The 56 laps of the Shanghai International Circuit await our drivers here in China.
Shanghai has seen its fair share of clashes over the years, one of which happened even before the 2005 race had begun, when Michael Schumacher collided with Christian Albers on the way to the grid, sending Albers into the air.
Shanghai International Circuit is a complicated low-speed track that demands high downforce. The series of rapid turns from 1 to 4 demands high grip, but the more the drivers warm their tyres, the more degradation they'll have to deal with. It's race day, and final preparations are underway.
All right, do we have any penalties to be applied to qualifying? No, we don't. Iwasa is starting from the pit lane because he smashed his car up and needs to replace some parts. We might be joining him there. Evening, Mike. Trying to decide if a one-stop is a viable option here. I mean, it's doable, but it's not the quickest. I think we'll just do this. Soft, medium. And then we've got the potential to be a bit more aggressive with those. Let's also bring those stops forward just a little bit. If we mark the tyres to do that, and then just look after them, and we can stretch the stints and see what happens as the race progresses. I am tempted to try the one-stop with Lewis. He does have excellent tyre wear. So it is something that we could try and do. We'll go for it. We'll see how the medium tyres fare, and we can always convert him to soft to finish if necessary. Let's take one last look at these setups, see if I can figure them out. Let me try that. Again, we're starting at the back, so we might as well have a tinker. Let's go with that. Do I want any extra fuel this time? No, I don't think I do. Let's send them to the grid then. But first, a quick commercial timeout.
Well then, it's not long until we get started here, and we should be in for a tightly contested race. And here's George Russell, focusing on the race ahead of him.
Starting fourth here is a great position. If the team can get their strategy right, they can bring home some big points.
But there's no more time left. We've got a race on our hands. It's almost time for the Chinese Grand Prix.
Looks like we are actually starting from the pit lane this time. Yep, there we go. So Max is in the lead. We're going to let Valtteri through, because his tyres are going to be quicker.
Free to fight.
Understood.
There we go, everyone's closed back up again. Actually, Valtteri's lost a little bit of time, not quite sure why.
Charge on.
Copy.
And charge button on.
Understood.
Mode to push, please.
Copy.
Leclerc's got in front of Russell
DRS
as well,
enabled.
so not the best start for Russell. Both
Sure,
Ferraris
just
with
behind you.
some kind of wear or damage. I think it's definitely wear on Sainz. Probably on Leclerc as well. Unless he damages underfloor somewhere.
And more energy available.
Understood.
Just keep an eye on tyre temps. Did you miss a sprint race or something? You joined while we were sprinting. We've literally just finished it. So, yeah, we finished 6th and 8th in the sprint. We're not going to get that same level of fortune here today, I don't think.
Just cool down the tyres as much as you can.
Yeah, copy.
If I can get into the top 10, I'll be happy. Hamilton's tyres were overheating as well.
Look after the tires, please.
Okay. Maybe the one stop is the way to go. Look after the mediums, and then the hards shouldn't need any input from us at all. They should just hold nicely. That's an issue developing for early for Antonelli.
But there! Oh dear, that's not what they need right now.
Charge on.
Copy.
Charge on.
Yep.
So Wasser is already slipping off the back of his teammate. A little look from Valtteri turns into an actual overtake attempt. I don't know if we got the DRS from Wasser. Yes, we did just. He got back in front just in time to give us the DRS. So we've got a chance again into turn 1. And this time I think we'll actually nail it. Unless he is pushing the tyres, in which case he might hang it around the outside to come back at the inside.
Car ahead is now Stroll.
Nope, we've got that move done. There we go.
So let's take a look at the replay. Now look, here we
Again, we don't get to hear anything from Valtteri.
Charge button on.
And let's set about slowly creeping our way forward again. Track temperature is 39 degrees at the moment.
Might need to pick up the pace a little bit.
As Behrman moves up into 16th, getting past Arvid Lindblad. And we are slightly quicker than Stroll. Leclerc has slipped badly. Whatever the issue is with his car, it's not helping him. Not only has Russell got back through, but Tsunoda's got through as well, and they've left him behind. 2.5 seconds back now. Three cars breaking away at the front. Max from
Energies
Lando
are good.
from George.
Cool your tyres.
Copy.
And there's a chance here for Lewis.
And you can use all the boost bar. And tires are good to push.
Valtteri might actually make the move as well.
Charge on.
Copy.
Stroll a little bit more stubborn. But he's going to give us the DRS.
You're doing a good job. Car in front is Bottas.
And now you see Sainz going under attack as well. Valtteri doesn't quite get the move done. But then he wasn't pushing the battery this
Just do
time.
your best. Charge on.
And charge button on. Charge button on.
So much like we approached the sprint, we're going to be approaching this race in a very similar kind of way. We're going to be just trying to gradually move up the field by keeping our tyres in good shape, letting the AI melt theirs in these very high temps. Although having said that, the track temperature keeps falling. It's now 37 degrees.
High-speed management is very good.
Stroll's got back on to the back of Lindblad, who's still trying to find his way past Sainz. And we're seeing some big gaps opening up already.
Has DRS.
Leclerc is now 4.5 seconds behind Tsunoda, as Valtteri looks to go around the outside.
You need to be mode push.
And he completes that move.
Copy.
Lindblad is past Sainz as well. Let's see if we can jump Sainz into turn 1.
Okay,
That'll be tricky
that's
to
good.
do, but not impossible.
Charge on.
And we've definitely got more pace than these two cars in front of us, so we need to clear them quickly, but without destroying our car in the process.
So deployed.
As Valtteri is putting the pressure on Sainz. Tries to switch back, can't quite pull it off.
What about tyres? Not too bad.
We're trying to go up the inside through the banking. We're giving up the slipstream to do it.
He has DRS.
But if we can just hang in there, we might be able to just get him up the inside. We aborted. Here comes Hamilton, though. Up the inside of Stroll.
No worries, mate.
And Sainz and Lindblad both into the pits. New Sainz was struggling, but I didn't think he was struggling for tyres. Lindblad in early as well. Set of mediums going on
Let's concentrate.
for both teams. And importantly for Lindblad, he gets out still ahead of Carlos Sainz. Valtteri is free and clear.
Charge on.
Copy.
Let's see if we can get Hamilton through now. He's going to
Try
go on the
increase
attack on Stroll here.
Status.
Not going to get through just there.
And charge button on. Charge on.
And you can see Valtteri off in the distance already, nearly 3 seconds clear.
Use the energy.
Russell moves up into the lead, ahead of Max and Norris. Leclerc 7 seconds behind now. This is very much turning into, everyone who gets past Leclerc is way faster than him. Lawson into the pits. So he does 8 laps on his tyres.
Car in front is Bottas.
Hamilton gets past Stroll. Easy as you like up the inside there, into the braking zone. And he should start to pull away pretty quickly now as well. So hard tyres going on to Liam Lawson here. One car currently on hard tyres. That's Ollie Behrman starting the race on the hards. Lawson's going to get out comfortably ahead of the other two. And let's see if Hamilton can pull away from Stroll quickly.
You are doing a good job.
Track temperature still dropping. Well, it did, and then it's just gone back up again. Back to 37. But considerably cooler than it was in qualifying, where we were over 45 degrees at one point. And the sprint got pretty hot towards the end as well.
Cool your tyres.
Valtteri is closing on Hadjar. Hamilton's now out of battery, but has broken away. And that's Gasly into the pits.
Start button on.
Understood.
And just a reminder on your eyes.
Understood.
So a full second taken out of Hadjar on that lap. Gasly's going to get out into turn one ahead of Lawson. There is Liam Lawson. Medium tyres now for the Frenchman. Sainz with the new fastest lap. It is a 1:36.4. And Russell's looking to try and break away a little bit at the front. He's got the gap up to 1.5 seconds over Verstappen, who leads Norris by a similar margin. Can't imagine we're going to see these soft runners go too much further before they start thinking of stopping as well. Yeah, Leclerc's pace is terrible. Look, he's now 9 seconds slower, or 9 seconds behind the front four. Tsunoda is just about keeping pace with the cars in front. Evening, Madman. Yes, Sainz is back at Ferrari. Did his 2-season tour at Williams, and when Lewis decided not to renew his contract there, Sainz was signed to replace him, and then we pounced on Hamilton. Bortoletto is in, so that will promote our drivers up another place. Set of mediums going on.
Next guy in front, Bottas. And tire phase update when you can.
Time's still okay.
Yeah, Russell is about to say he's pushing, and he sets the fastest lap. As I was literally about to say, he's looking like he's pushing. A 1:36.3. Gap now 2.4 seconds back to Max. Hamilton's starting to close in on the back of Valtteri. Tyres are in better shape. Temperature's getting a little high again. Let's just ease those down.
And we need to increase tire saving.
Understood.
As Albon and Antonelli are switching places. And in comes the first of the two Racing Bulls. Iwasa is in. There goes Sainz and Lindblad. So this will drop Iwasa to the back of the grids. Medium tyres. It's an okay stop. Took another second out of the cars in front of us. Well, out of Hadjar. Out of Magnussen. And Hamilton again took another half a second plus out of the back of Valtteri. We'll get him in range and refill his battery, then probably switch them over so that Valtteri can benefit from Hamilton's pace. What was Cadillac's Constructor Championship place last season? 8th. Target was 9th, we finished 8th. With 46 points, I think it was. And there's Magnussen into the pits, so that denies me the opportunity to actually get an overtake for Valtteri and maybe do a bit of recharging. Stroll comes in this lap as well. No surprise there that Racing Bulls stagger their cars. So hard tyres going on for K-Mag. That's a pretty good stop. Looked pretty quick and efficient.
Just pick up the pace.
And charge button on, charge button on.
Yep.
All right, lap 14. George leads by 3 seconds from Max Verstappen. Norris in third ahead of Yuki Tsunoda. Then it's Schumacher. Piastri boxes from P6. Albon's coming in as well. Medium tyres coming off, medium tyres going on for Oscar Piastri. And Albon trades his mediums for softs as Gasly sets a new fastest lap, 136.364. We are now in the points with Valtteri. Track temperature's climbing slowly, 38.3 degrees now. And it's actually going up fairly quickly, 38.7.
Just cool your tyres.
Yeah, copy.
And we are free to fight.
Hamilton has DRS.
39 degrees and climbing. We are going to try and extend Valtteri's stint just a little bit if we can. would like to get a little bit more battery into Hamilton before they switch, but at the same time, I don't want to lose too much time with these two arguing amongst themselves. As we're about to hit 40 degrees track temperature again. New fastest lap for Stroll, 135.6. How do you decide who gets to pass when they're both equal pace? It's almost impossible to have two drivers on equal pace. One inevitably will end up being slightly quicker than the other. And in this situation, Hamilton is the quicker driver. Possibly has a quicker car. But again, it's not going to be by much if that is the case. But certainly has quicker tyres now. As Leclerc is starting to close in on us.
He does have DRS on you.
Yeah, come in.
And charge button on.
Yep.
Ocon dives into the pits.
Charge on.
Yes, copy.
We're happy with time management.
All right, Leclerc is getting closer.
And boost.
Very close.
Okay, remember mode push.
Copy that.
Charge on.
Copy.
Problems for Ollie.
And as far as we can tell, they've got a fault with the car.
Yeah, generally you figure out very quickly who is going to have the better pace and then make sure that they're the one that's in front of the other one. If they're close in pace, you can then use that to pull the other car forward with you. It doesn't always work out that way though. Sometimes they'll end up fighting and costing each other more time than you would gain. And if you just stick them in do not attack, then you can just overheat tyres and engine by just staying glued to the rear of the car in front. So it's not easy to figure out always, but or it's not easy to to manage sometimes, but it's usually easy to figure out which car needs to be in front of the other one.
I can't keep up with them.
This Focus has a long race car behind is Gasly. He's 2.2 seconds behind.
I am curious if it's worth maybe trying to do that with Valtteri. I think we should still stick to that. Just give him better grip at the end. And let's turn his tyre up a bit now as well.
We're okay to push a bit harder if you can.
So Russell leading by 6.5 seconds. Norris has just got past Max into second place. Tsunoda about 5 seconds further back. Then it's a 22-second gap back to Mick in 5th. Thanks to some cars having already stopped. Leclerc is closing on Hamilton. And leaving Valtteri behind. There is a risk that Valtteri is going to lose another place here.
Gasly has DRS.
but we're going to be boxing probably next lap.
Can't go faster.
A long way to go. Car behind is Lawson.
Yeah, let's box him at the end of this lap. Oh, Leclerc's fault gets worse.
Quiet, big vibration.
It does sound very sing-song the way he says that. It always makes me think of the Beach Boys. I'm getting a big vibration. Right, let's see if we can leave Leclerc behind.
Understood.
No, here's the answer. Valtteri can't keep pace with Gasly. Again, our tyres are dead, so it's not that surprising. I'd like to think we can stay ahead of Lawson and Piastri before the end of the lap, but it's not a given. In fact, that is Lawson going through right now. Yeah.
Copy that.
And that big sudden slamming on the brakes is because we're about to box. There we go. Schumacher and Behrman are both in as well. And we have now broken away from Charles Leclerc. We'll keep pushing the battery. And while we're pushing the battery, let's save a little bit of tyre wear as well.
Take care of the tires.
And we are going for that one stop with Lewis today. So we want to try and protect and stretch these mediums as much as we can. We may have to be a bit more aggressive with the hard tyres on occasion. Let's get these tyres fired up quickly. Where are we? 21st. Behrman gets an escalation.
But it looks like they're carrying some kind of fault.
Or is that actually just the first
Gap
issue of
behind
the
is
fault
3.5
for Behrman?
seconds.
No, that is an escalation. He's up to orange now. So, it's going to be a painful afternoon for Ollie, it would seem. How far behind are we? Move mark. There we go. 5 seconds behind Iwasa. He's going to be stopping again soon, I think. Once again, as soon as we start closing in on someone, they box. Frustrating when that happens, but to be expected.
And Charles Button.
New fastest lap for Oscar, a 1:35.008.
No management required.
Copy.
Mode push, please. Mode push.
Copy.
Hadjar will get out ahead of Valtteri. Comfortably so as well, by about 4.5, 5 seconds. But his tyres aren't up to temperature yet, so there is an opportunity for Valtteri to close the gap a little bit. See the tail end of Iwasa. There he is.
And we need to increase pushing status.
Get those tyres temperatures down.
Copy.
Right, Ocon
And we think it will end.
had a problem in the sprint with battery.
Yeah, I have a lot of engine braking, guys.
Now he seems to be having an engine issue.
Just concentrate on getting your tyre temps down.
Oh, yeah, copy.
Gap ahead 4.4. He's 9.6 seconds behind.
135.6, that's not bad. Battery boosted, but took a second, almost. Well, yeah, almost a second out of Lindblad to stretch that gap up a bit. About 7/10 of a second out of Iwasa, who has caught the back of his teammate. And now Leclerc is catching back up. That rear wing's open. And there is a queue of cars behind. They're all going to be lining us up. Oh wow, another fault for Ocon.
But the car's definitely not happy. Surely some kind of fault.
Is that the engine again, or is that a separate fault? Is that maybe his battery? Hasn't gone orange, so that suggests it's two separate faults now.
Okay, charge on.
Copy.
Stroll and Iwasa having a little squabble. We're still good for a while yet on these tyres. At least in terms of grip level. Maybe not so much in terms of pace, but done an excellent job of looking after these mediums so far. And the gap now just 2 seconds. There they are, the two Racing Bulls. So Leclerc not close enough to have a look at the moment. I'm hoping that the fault will make it harder for him to try and make an overtake, and then he can just act as that nice little buffer stop between us and all the cars behind. Lawson, Piastri, Gasly, Albon and Bortoletto. And soon potentially Sainz and Magnussen will be joining the party as well. And Ocon and Schumacher. Strolls into the pits, and Valtteri is going to make a move.
And we need to increase lift and coast by 30%.
Copy.
And gets the move done. Good job, Valtteri.
Doing a great job, mate.
Now we should be able to take a look here. Right, let's have a look as we go into turn 4.
Just squeezes
And
on
they
through up the
squeeze
inside.
by. And moves up a place into 19th.
Medium tyres looked all right there. I mean, they've got some wear but they didn't look as bad as I thought they would. For, I don't know, maybe they are a bit rough. We might see Iwasa in the pits at the end of this lap, given that Stroll's just boxed. Hamilton continues to confound and frustrate Charles Leclerc. Piastri has punched his way up into 8th place now. And already we're a second and a half clear. So, Behrman up next. There he is, just ahead of us. 5.5 seconds up the road. Russell leads on lap 24 by 9.5 seconds now from Norris. None of the top 6 have stopped. They're the only cars yet to make a stop. That includes Lewis. This is looking like it could very much be the Russell show this weekend as Norris hits the pits.
Happy with the status, doing a good job.
Won the sprint, on target to win the Grand Prix. And that is hard tyres for Norris, so it looks like Norris is going to go for the one stop as well. Got to imagine that everyone who hasn't stopped yet is going for the one stop. They're all on mediums. See what kind of pace Norris has once he gets those tyres up to temperature. Track temperature starting to climb again. New fastest lap for Isaac Hadjar, 134.8. As he goes chasing after Magnussen and Schumacher, who are fighting over P15. Schumacher is able to hold the position. And there is Hadjar. I reckon we've got 2 more laps in these tyres before we box. Max is in. And so is Yuki behind as well. Decent stop. Slightly better stop, I think. Norris has gone through. So now it's a question of when is George going to stop? And still, we stay ahead of Leclerc. Piastri can't make the move because Leclerc has the DRS. Track temperature back up to 40 degrees again. Keeping an eye on Valtteri's tyre temps, getting ready to turn them up. We could even go another couple of laps yet on these tyres. Thought we would box at the end of the next lap, but I think we could probably go another 3 laps. There's no point trying to undercut, Russell. He's so far ahead of us, it's unreal. I mean, that's where Hamilton is, that's where Russell is. Going through turn 1 right now. The Aston Mod is stunning. It's a really nice looking livery, isn't it? It's available for free on overtake.gg. There is a question of whether I try and get an undercut on Antonelli, but I would rather keep. Antonelli's in. I had a feeling he was going to box before us anyway, so I'd rather keep the life in the tyre as much as possible. Have that extra little bit of life. Up to 41.5 degrees. Decent stop for McLaren. Magnussen's in. This will promote Valtteri back up.
If you are able to increase
There goes
pace,
Valtteri.
it would be a good time to do it.
In fact, Valtteri's going to get very close to the back of Antonelli. That would have been lovely if we could have got Antonelli in front of, or Bottas in front of Antonelli.
Should be okay.
Could have held him up a bit, or tried to, for, you know, the benefit of Lewis. And I think we need to box at the end of the next lap. We are starting to get them lining up.
So box now, box.
In a box is up.
And push now, push.
Deployment.
Okay, so if we got an orange on Ocon, yes we do. I was going to say if it doesn't go orange, that means you'd have the hat trick of faults with engine, gearbox, and DRS, but just the battery. Yuki sets a new fastest lap of 1:34.5. Hamilton continues to keep everybody behind frustrated. This is his in lap. Valtteri is close to the back of Antonelli. Not close enough, I don't think, to actually get in front of him.
Mode push.
Copy.
But it would be nice if we can. I think that's it. I think our opportunity's gone. Antonelli's going to get those tyres up to temp. Might help us punch our way past Behrman, though.
Just cool down the tyres as much as you can.
Copy.
No, I don't think you can mod the Xbox version. You see Antonelli's just gone. Look, he's got those tyres fired up. He's pushing. He's going to make that move on Behrman. And we are not close enough to try and follow him through. Right, Hamilton ins boxing at the end of this lap. Let's make it a good stop, please. We're going to come out behind Valtteri, I think. Hopefully ahead of Iwasa. And Oscar's in as well. So Oscar spent his entire stint stuck behind us and Leclerc. He could jump us in the pits here. That's a good stop. 2.3. We will hold position. There is Piastri. Iwasa went through, and so did Lindblad, but we are in front of Magnussen, and Magnussen's between us and Piastri. That's worked out very nicely. Let's get these tyres fired up.
Behind you we have Magnussen.
Antonelli's already gone
0.9.
and left Ollie behind, so we can try and sneak up on him again.
No lift off needed.
New fastest lap for Lando, 1:34.0 as we get overtaken. Chance to retake that position, though.
Yeah, there's nothing I can do.
Continue, keep going.
Now we're down at turn 9. There's the opening.
It's the difference in grip with quicker tyres that are up to
And Kevin
temperature.
Magnussen says thank you. Thank you very much.
Just absolutely breeze through, but we might be able to get him back at the end of the straight here, or if not, maybe turn 1. Depends how hard he's pushing. Pretty hard, given he did a 134 last time round. One 135.2. Still quicker than us.
So next car behind is Piastri.
We've had quicker stops, but I mean it was a decent stop.
Continue like this.
It's about where our average is now at the moment, low 2.3s. Predicted is
Tire temperatures are
2.2s, I think. But we don't get those very often at all. New fastest lap for George, a 133.7. As Valtteri has just about caught the back of Ollie Behrman. Let's see if we can get him.
Load push.
Copy.
Still margin to push a bit harder through turn 6 and turn 12.
Take it easy there.
Understood.
I'm not sure if we got the DRS or not. No, we didn't. As Gasly's into the pits. We should get out before he comes out the pits.
Race is long.
Piastri jumps us. Can we hold him off? We're going to give him the DRS for another bite at the cherry, but we have shut the move down. And we got DRS this time.
Understood, you are doing a good job.
There's Gasly just leaving the pits now. So we are comfortably through there.
Charge button on.
Valtteri did get through. I missed that. Too busy watching Hamilton and Piastri fighting. Antonelli's pace has come to a screeching halt because he's stuck behind Sainz. And everyone is still stuck behind Charles Leclerc. Albon's got through.
Charge on.
Copy.
We need to reduce K1 usage.
Copy.
Right, let's get past Iwasa here.
And you can use all the boost bar.
Understood.
Oh, and Albon's into the pit, so he got past Leclerc, and immediately he's going to have to box, and he'll end up behind him again, briefly. He's going to undercut, so he should be clear when Leclerc does finally box. Sainz is in as well. And then it's Hamilton through into P18. And Albon is not able to get out in front of us, so we've undercut Albon very nicely. Leclerc's doing a massive solid right now. And we've got a yellow flag, and please don't be a safety car. Damn it!
Touch on.
Now I'm finding out what's happened here, and it looks to be the McLaren that's involved.
Antonelli's just dropped it here through the sweepers. Oh, big hit.
I lost the car.
That's a very broken car. And it does mean that everyone's going to make cheap pit stops.
Teams glued to the monitors and watching their hopes crumble away.
It kind of works for Valtteri, but it does not do Hamilton any favours whatsoever.
Stay as close as possible to the delta. Try to look after the tires.
All right, it's going to be a whole flurry of pit stops in front of us now.
Box this lap.
Copy. Box.
I was toying with the idea of maybe putting Hamilton onto a set of mediums. It's just not worth the risk. You know, we'd drop him so far back down the order again.
It's a big one.
Okay.
So timing-wise, this
on
has
the
worked
track.
out nicely for Valtteri in some respects, but there's Leclerc and Lawson into the pits.
Copy.
I must admit, I thought there might be more stops than that. Mediums will go to the end.
You are now P10.
Oh, it's a 2.1.
Behind you.
That's a great stop. That's our quickest ever stop with Cadillac.
24
Fourth
laps
fastest of the
remaining.
day. We'll come out in 18th place, ahead of Stroll.
So currently you are P18. Okay, next one is going to be Gasly. Car behind Stroll.
Leclerc has come out behind Hamilton, so thankfully
24 laps
he
to
didn't
go.
get in front of us with that pit stop. We undercut him by enough of a margin that we were able to overwrite the VSC, but yeah, that could have been really bad. There's still a chance for more cars to box. Looking at Hadjar in particular behind Bortoletto. A quick stop for him might get him out in front of Hamilton. Normally it wouldn't, but in this situation with the VSC it might work to his advantage. He's staying out though, so that's good, because he is going to have to stop again.
VSC ending.
Copy.
Charge button on, charge on.
All right, we're off and running.
DRS is enabled. No more lift and coast.
Ride the ham cam. We put Lindblad under enough pressure to create a gap that breaks the DRS. So we should hopefully be able to pick him off pretty easily now.
And charge button on, charge button
I'm looking at the state of his tyres in front of us as well. They're looking a little dodgy, so he might not be out for much longer before he has to stop as well.
Deployed.
We are good for the moment.
To the insides. And Lindblad fighting us off there. And he dives into the pits.
Can't go fast, mate.
And there's Bortoletto and Schumacher into the pits. So they actually didn't box when they should have done. And I'm so grateful for that, because now
And just a reminder.
there's a chance for Valtteri to move up, which he's doing.
Charge on.
So P9 for Lewis. Behrman's going to need to stop again. Hadjar's going to need to stop again. Ocon is probably going to need to stop again. Top 4 should be going to the end of the Grand Prix, as did we. I don't know about Magnussen. Magnussen's probably going to need to stop again as well. Still a long way to go on these tyres. 21 more laps to go, including this one. So we've got a good chance of some solid points here. Hadjar is as far as we're going to get. So P5 is the absolute best we can do without retirements. And how far behind are we at the moment? Let's see. About 14 seconds-ish behind Hadjar, which is less than a pit stop. And our tyres will definitely go the distance. With plenty to spare as well, look. We're not even pushing these tyres at the moment. Stroll boxes. This should, in theory, be his final stop. He's going to be lapped when he comes out the pits. That car doesn't sound healthy on the way in. Hard tyres. Decent stop. But he is about to be lapped by Verstappen and Tsunoda. Max setting a new fastest lap of a 1:33.6. Valtteri's matching the pace of Gasly and Albon. Hamilton is lapping quicker than Magnussen by about half a second. Oh, a lot more than that. He's right on him, look. That caught up quick as Ocon hits the pits. There goes Behrman.
Gap to him, 0.9. Race is long.
Soft tyres. Yeah, they'll probably go the distance if he's not too heavy-handed.
Car in front is Magnussen.
Once again, Piastri is stuck behind Leclerc, who's stuck behind us.
And charge button on.
Charles been a huge help to me today. Once again, both Williams are stuck behind Oscar Piastri, so it is almost deja vu for those guys. That is Piastri taking a look at Leclerc. Leclerc slams the door shut. And now, this should be the move to get us
Charge
through.
button on. Charge button on.
Understood.
And through we go. Hadjar is into the pits. So, how far is he going to be behind us? There goes Ollie Behrman as well. So this is going to promote me up to P5.
P7.
Magnussen's in as well. Soft tyres. And a pretty decent stop. Bottas gets past Gasly.
Let's take a closer look. Now this was Valtteri Bottas.
Oh, lovely. Just on the brakes, up the inside.
Opportunity begging to be taken.
Thank you very much. Let's give him some battery, help him hold that position,
Mode push.
which he has done. Where is Hadjar? Oh, wow, he's there. So Hadjar is all the way down in P16. And I am a minute behind Yuki Tsunoda.
He's 0.5 behind.
Piastri has finally got
Long way to
through
go in this race.
on Charles Leclerc. Probably shouldn't have sprinted away because I just made it so much harder for Charles to defend by taking the DRS away from him. So it looks like we're probably going to get overtaken by Piastri at some point. But hell, I'll take P6. That's 8 points. P6. And Valtteri is in the points right now as well. Albon trying to get past Leclerc as well. Has to back out of it. And Valtteri is right there now. I'm out of battery.
Understood.
1.5 second gap. See if that goes down pretty quickly.
Charge button on.
Understood.
Charge on.
Copy.
No! Gearbox issues for Valtteri. Ah! Damn it.
We think we can fix it.
I hope it's just temporary. It is just temporary. Caused by curbs and overheating. I'm going to have to save fuel to bring the engine temp down.
We need to do more lift and coast. Please increase by 10%.
Copy that.
Okay, let's get on it. Still everything to play for.
Did I lose the DRS?
Charge on, please.
Yes, I did. Gasly's going to have a look at me. Look for a big pink blur. So far, we've held him back. Ah, we shut him down. Nice.
Gasly 0.5 behind the DRS.
Here he comes again. Need to stay ahead of him because I need a little bit of clear air. A little bit of clean air just to help cool the engine down quicker so we can clear that gearbox
Do
issue.
your best.
Let's avoid curbs while we've got the fault
Right,
as
to
well.
reduce curb use and it's unsettling the car.
Copy.
Okay, Kev, if there's anything left in the tank, let's go for it.
Piastri is in our DRS now.
car behind you at the moment is Gasly. Gasly 0.5 behind.
Engine temp coming down. Not coming down quick enough for my liking. Damn it. Gasly muscles his way through.
Red. No worries, mate.
Oh, no, I thought that was a Leclerc fault. It hasn't. It's still the same. A top 5 finish for Hamilton would be insane. It would be amazing if we can do it. We've got to fight off a very fast McLaren.
P5. Next guy in front will be Tsunoda.
But I do think it is doable. Hamilton's got a very good
Yeah,
defensive stat. The car's in
1.0
really good
now.
shape. That'd be so nice to get Valtteri back up into the points again. I just need to get this gearbox fault cleared.
This focus is a long race.
It's hurting. It's hurting us really badly at the moment. Our acceleration is not good. We're taking on extra fuel again. We're leaving ourselves vulnerable in DRS zones.
You are good to go. Mode push.
Copy.
Here comes Mick.
He does have DRS on you.
Yeah, copy.
This time we get the DRS back. Can we hold him off? Ah, look at the acceleration. It's terrible. Ah, come on. Clear that gearbox fault. I want to go back on the attack with Valtteri.
A long way to go.
We are actually closing in on Yuki Tsunoda.
When you can.
The tyres are still alive.
Tyres are in excellent shape. If possible, I need to get in front of Mick and Charles, and then we can find it much easier to ease off. We're in the dirty air still, so that's why our engine temp's kind of stalled at 116. But if I don't stay close, I'm just going to get picked off. It's a catch-22.
Charge on.
Copy.
Took another couple of tenths out of Tsunoda. I mean, we're not going to catch him. We've got 12 and a half laps to go. No, 13 and a half laps to go, because there is Lando Norris and George Russell. Well, that's George Russell. There's Lando. And there's Max and Yuki Tsunoda. Another strong result for Tsunoda, potentially. He got third in Suzuka last night for the second year in a row. Running P4 right now, and he's only a couple of seconds away from the podium.
Cool the car
This
as
is a
much as
risk.
you can.
Copy.
We're pulling out of the slipstream. I've got to get those engine temps down. It's down to 115.
My tyres are still okay.
Tyres aren't the issue. Trying to create some distance. If I can get that temp down to 113, get it down to white again, that fault should clear up. Down to 114. We're getting close.
That's better.
There we go. Fault's cleared. Thank God for that.
You can save less.
Yep.
Mode push.
I'm going to just wait before I turn the fuel back up again. Don't want that fault to immediately reappear. We're out of spare fuel with Lewis. Let's see if we can open up a little gap to Oscar.
Yep. ERS.
We don't think we need any lift and coast.
I need to clear Schumacher quickly. If I can get past Schumacher, I can easily get past Leclerc. Oh, is that a retirement for Ocon?
Well, yeah, right. It certainly looks like they've developed a fault.
No, so not only does he have an orange battery, now it looks like he has an orange engine as well. Or he's developed a fault with the gearbox. Either way, it's a very sick car that has no bearing on our Grand Prix unless it retires.
Keep battling away.
Copy.
Haven't been able to drop Oscar yet, but it's not too far away from happening.
And push now, push.
See, everyone's just pulling away from Leclerc at a rapid rate.
Okay to push harder through 6 and 7 if you can.
Oh, we're getting blue flagged. I was wondering what was going on there. I just realised we're getting blue flagged.
A long way to go in this race.
Can we capitalise? Oh, no, not quite. Not quite. That's Hadjar and Bortoletto who came steaming up behind us. Still haven't been able to shake Piastri. Come on, Valtteri.
Charge on.
Copy.
Cool your tyres.
Copy.
How long to get blue flagged again? Norris is 10 seconds back. Yeah, that's where we are. That's where Norris is. So, still a few laps yet. I need Russell to drop Schumacher, and then I can take on Schumacher and go straight after Charles. Ah, damn it, Charles getting blue flag now. Why did we pull out like that? That might be why. Damn it, damn it, damn it, damn it. Oh, we have finally dropped Leclerc. It's good because I don't want to melt the
We
tyres.
need charge
Jesus,
button
127
on,
degrees.
charge
Woo.
button on.
Yep.
Just cool your tyres.
Copy.
What's my 2028 driver lineup looking like? Undecided on who's going to be driving for car 1 at the moment. Hamilton signed on a 3-year deal this season.
He's 0.5
Valtteri's in the
behind.
final year of his contract. Might renew him. Might see who's available at the end of the season. Could possibly promote Logan Sargent, but I just don't think he's ready. All right, Mick is vulnerable.
Can you go mode push now?
Copy.
We don't need to worry about management on these tyres, just push it. Cool the car.
Too far back, and Mick's caught back up again.
Okay, let's get on it. Still everything to play for. Let's get after these cars in front. You can do this.
Copy.
Come on, come on.
No worries, mate.
Go on, get him under braking. Get him under braking. Ah! Oh, I'm going to destroy my tyres. This is so frustrating. We're just stuck here. We've got more pace than this. But we can't get past Mick because Mick's getting the slipstream and the DRS off the back of Leclerc. This is exactly what Piastri was feeling when he was trying to get on terms with Hamilton. Magnussen is into the pits again.
Do your best.
New soft tyres going on. Once again, Mick is outside of range.
Yep.
But am I too far back myself to be able to capitalise? I think I might be. The Sainz pops up the inside of Hadjar. He's not going to get that move done.
What about tyres?
I'm too far back. Ah, no, 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 no. Don't lose the place. Don't lose the place. Trying to go forward, not backwards. Come on, hold him off, hold him off, hold him off.
Just do your best.
We're going to get DRS. That might save us. It does. I've got to save tyres and battery again. Oh, my God.
Get those tyres temperatures down.
Copy.
Okay, remember mode push.
Copy.
Points are tantalisingly close, and I just can't get there.
Charge on.
Copy.
You got Verstappen and Sainz till 2028. What season are you in?
This focuses on long race.
I'm just going to miss it again, look. God damn it. I need to get these tyres down. Oh, yeah, 2025.
He has DRS.
6 laps to go.
I'm not going to be able to hold him back this time. Damn it. Oh, wow. Hamilton and Piastri were fighting. Wasn't even aware of that. I think we just gave up the DRS as well. Yes, we did. Still in P5. Can we hold it? Yes, we can. Battery's building back up again. Still got plenty of tyre to play with. I'm actually going to just start pushing the tyre now.
So we need to push.
Oh, God, yeah. Points are just slipping away from Valtteri. That gearbox issue killed us. We had the pace until that gearbox hit us, and then we just lost too many places.
There's progress to be made. Mode push.
Magnussen sets the fastest lap, 133.3. No surprise there on those new tyres. Let's turn our attention back to Lewis. Oh, it's a lock-up for
Let's
George.
have a look at that.
Unprompted.
It was George Russell involved. Things were all right here.
Under no
And the
pressure
car
whatsoever,
failed to
and just
respond,
overcooked
And
it.
they ended up their own passenger.
I can't even keep up, look.
No management on the tyres.
Just about killed these tyres now. Maybe I should have just been patient, just played the waiting game, and then
Size
used
2.5 seconds.
the excess rubber at the end of the race. You know, now basically. But
And 5 laps
what's
to
done
go.
is done.
Understood.
Sainz just got blue flagged, I think. Yes, Sainz got blue flagged by Norris. So that's given me a little bit of respite, but only a little bit.
Charge on.
Copy.
Hamilton's got that gap back up to over a second again.
No lift off needed. You are doing a good job.
Yep.
I do not want to use the battery. I'm going to have that available to defend with at the very end if I need it. This is why we signed Lewis, for opportunities like this to really maximise the points that we could possibly get. And we've caught back up to Hadjar. But there is Norris right behind us. We're going to get blue flag for him on the back straight. Is that Leclerc retiring?
Oh, no. Seems like a terminal failure to me. Not
It
much
is,
that
but
they
we're
can
no
do.
longer in a position to capitalise on that.
Just concentrate, get your tyre
It's a
temps
fault
down.
for Gasly as well.
But there. Oh, dear, that's not what they need right now.
And that we might be able to capitalise on.
And 4 laps to go. Okay.
We're right back onto the wheel tracks of Hadjar. But here is Sainz having a look at us. Oh, the ignominy.
Push.
Okay.
A wounded Ferrari has caught and passed us. Oh, god damn it. Meanwhile, we've got the gap to 2 seconds now. It's looking good for 5th place. That's 10 points.
And we need to increase.
Leclerc
lift
is
and
out.
coast.
Yep.
Retired with a dodgy engine.
That's it.
And points are now too far away. Unless Mick gets blue flagged to bring him in. Oh, he is going to get blue flagged. But I don't know if I got anything I can do.
Might need to pick up the pace a little bit.
To capitalise.
Mode push now, please.
Copy.
There we go. So Mick's been blue flagged. Oh, God. I'm out of range again. Come on.
To go.
It'll be 2 laps in a moment. 3 laps to Lewis, 2 laps for Valtteri.
He does have DRS on you.
Yeah.
Oh, come on, no, not Bortoletto as well. It's taking the piss now. There we go. Hold the position, get the DRS.
3 seconds
Oh my
behind.
God! Where did that pace come from?
Way to go in this race.
What is going on? Yeah, it's over.
Okay, let's get on it.
The chance of
Still
points is
everything's
gone
way
for Valtteri.
1.5 seconds behind. And we need to increase lift and coast by 30%.
Copy that.
Charge on.
Copy.
See just how fast we can go with Lewis. I mean, the tyres aren't amazingly healthy, but... Oh, Albon's punctured.
And
God damn it. If we hadn't been overtaken and we were still close, maybe we could have capitalised on that. Oh, this is so annoying. That's only going to move us up to 13th.
The tyre guys believe that we can increase pace in turn 12 a little bit.
and 2 laps to go.
So mode push.
Copy.
Oh, and there's the gearbox fault back again.
Stand by. We think we can fix it.
Lift off needed.
Thinking about it, I shouldn't take any risks with Lewis
And
here.
try to cool down the tires as much as possible.
He's 1.5 seconds behind. Suggests that you can reduce the amount of lift and coast at turn 1.
Copy.
Lewis about to start his final lap. He has a 3.6 second gap.
Gap behind is 3.5 seconds.
This is Valtteri's final lap.
Last lap.
Is there going to be one last heroic lunge on Bortoleto? I don't think there is.
Start button on.
Russell's about to win the Grand Prix. Despite a little lockup which cost him some time, he still was pretty comfortable today.
Russell wins it.
Gasly's
First
out.
over the line.
What's happened to Gasly? He's not out. He's just
That's a checker flag, mate.
swapping places with Lawson. I thought he was retiring for a second. So it's 13th place for Valtteri. Hamilton is about to bring it home. There's a couple more corners to go. And a long straight. There is Oscar closing in. Gap's under 3 seconds now.
So increase pushing status.
What was looking like a very strong result for Williams has suddenly fallen apart with that puncture for Albon. Lawson losing out to Gasly, despite Gasly's issues. There they are at the top of the straight behind us. But Lewis Hamilton is going to bring it home for 5th place. And I am suddenly feeling very pleased with signing him,
Flag.
despite the immense financial pressure it's putting on the team.
There we've got the Haas driver as we start to wrap up proceedings.
And for them, it's P16 and no points from today's race.
And up he goes, George Russell joining the podium lineup after a memorable Grand Prix.
That takes them up to 3 wins this season. They proved just so hard to beat.
And that's the podium complete for the Chinese Grand Prix. Well, Karun, how do you think they'll be feeling in the team garage at the end of that?
It was a strangely mixed weekend for them. We saw one driver put in a strong performance, but it was a different story for the other. Definitely positives there though. Meet us next at the Marina Bay Circuit for a breathtaking race through the streets of Singapore.
So, confirmation then of the final result. It is yet another win for George. He's making this season look pretty comfortable, pretty easy in defence of his driver's title there. Lando Norris in second place, makes it a 1-2 for Mercedes. They will stretch their lead at the top of the constructors. Max takes third ahead of Yuki Tsunoda. Then it is Lewis Hamilton in P5, up 16 places, albeit 50 seconds further back, but we made the one-stop work, and we made it work beautifully with Hamilton tonight. Up 4 places, and in 6th place was Oscar Piastri, who spent a huge amount of his Grand Prix stuck behind Charles Leclerc and Lewis, and that did not really change. He had a brief moment where he got ahead for a corner or two before we took the place back. Gasly in 7th, Lawson in 8th, Hadjar took 9th, Mick in 10th for a point for him as well. Then 11th place was Carlos Sainz, 12th for Gabriel Bortoleto, 13th, up 9 places, but it all went wrong again for Valtteri in the closing laps. Just ran out of steam and lost the chance for points. 14th place was Iwasa, 15th for Ocon, 16th for Behrman, 17th for Stroll, 18th for Lindblad, 19th for Kevin Magnussen, did not have a great Grand Prix, 20th for Alex Albon with that late puncture, dropping him from 7th or 8th place all the way to the back of the grid. And then 2 retirements. Charles Leclerc retiring with engine troubles, and Kimi Antonelli losing control in spectacular fashion and smashing his car into the barrier at high speed, bringing out just a VSC rather than a full-on safety car. Let's take a look at the driver's standings. It is George back on top over teammate Norris by 2 points, thanks to his win in both the Grand Prix and the sprint, making up for his woes in Japan last night. Still a good points haul for Norris. As I say, just 2 points behind. Max keeping the pressure on, but he has lost the lead of the championship and second place as well. He drops to third. He's on 96 points. But the three of them are very much comfortable from everybody else. Oscar in fourth has just 53 points. Then it's Gasly with 41. 36 points for Tsunoda, who moves up to sixth ahead of Alex Albon. No points for Albon today. He's now just 1 point ahead of Charles Leclerc, who has 27. Sainz has 21. Lewis up 5 places into the top 10. He's now on 19 points with 13 points this weekend. 10 from the Grand Prix, 3 from the sprint. Then it's Ollie Behrman down 1 into 11th on 18 points. 17 points for Antonelli, 16 for Liam Lawson, 13 points for Isaac Hadjar. Then it's 7 points for Mick Schumacher, picking up 1 point today in the Grand Prix. Moves him up a place into 15th. 16th is Bortoletto with 6. Then it's Lindblad with 4. Valtteri, who picked up a point in the sprint, is now up to 3 points. 1 clear of Ocon. Then it's Magnussen, Iwasa and Stroll. The bottom 3 not having scored, and Iwasa off the bottom to replace his teammate Lance Stroll by taking 21st place. In the constructors' standings, it's 206 points now for Mercedes. Another maximum haul. 1-2 in the race, 1-2 in the sprint, 58 points gained this weekend, and a monster gap opening up. They are now 97 points clear of Red Bull after just 5 rounds. That's a huge amount, but we still have plenty of races and plenty of sprints to come. Things can change, but that is pretty ominous so far from Mercedes. McLaren in third have 70 points. They are 39 points behind Red Bull. Alpine are up to fourth, just ahead of Ferrari. They're both tied on 48 points, but Alpine have a podium this season. Ferrari have yet to get there. Then it is Williams on 44 points. Aston have 38 points. Cadillac up 2 places into 8th with 22. We're now where we need to be for our season target from the board in 8th. 9th place now is Haas with 18 points. Then it is Audi down a place into 10th with 10, and Racing Bull still yet to get off the mark. Let's see, did we hold on to 4th place in the pit stop challenge? Yes, we did. No, we didn't. We got bumped by Lindblad. McLaren had the quickest stop, a 2.06. That is their quickest stop of the season, and I think the quickest stop for anyone this season. Good stop for Aston, their best of the season with a 2.13. Likewise, Ferrari with their best stop, and Audi and us. Aston getting 6th as well there. Audi also getting a second car in the top 10. Racing Bulls taking 8th. Haas take 9th. Alpine take 10th. Let's take a look at the standings. It is McLaren top over Red Bull. No points for Red Bull today. They stay on 94 points. McLaren now up to 112. So they are 18 points clear. Audi move above Mercedes. Mercedes again not scoring this weekend. Audi picking up 18 points. They now have 71. Mercedes 67. Ferrari on 47. Aston up 3 places onto 37 points. Then it's Alpine on 27. Williams have 18. Racing Bulls 16. All 3 of those teams dropping a place thanks to Aston's big haul today. We are still 10th. We're on 13 points now. And Haas bottom with 3. There you see a summary of our stops. A really good first stop for Valtteri, 2.22, which I missed. Didn't actually see that one. We saw the 2.3 from Hamilton, and then that wonderful 2.1 stop for Valtteri as well, which got us some good points. None of these... would that have made it on the leaderboard, the 2.22? Yes, it would, just. That would have dropped us in 9th place, just 5 thousandths behind Stroll. So quite nice in the end to Actually, it would have dropped us in 8th because Lance would have been up a place as well. Yeah, it would have been 4 points for 8th place, but I'm very happy that we managed to get the 10 from 5th. Shame we couldn't get Hamilton up there as well. Both drivers do hit their sponsor targets, so let's head back to HQ and prep for the next sprint weekend, I think. All right, just 4 days to go till Singapore. We've got 2.2 mil in the bank. That won't last very long, unfortunately. Let's dive into the inbox. Wind tunnel data concern. We're already in the middle of refurbing it, so yeah, screw it. Let's shut it down for 5 days. It's going to affect our new parts that we're working on, unfortunately, but not a lot I can do about that. We don't have any extra engineers because we sent them away to do a job. Maybe I hire a couple of engineers back. I'm trying to keep the costs down as much as possible. I'm going to hire a scout. I want to start scouting for drivers for next season to replace Valtteri if I decide to replace him. How much a new engineer is going to cost me? Yeah, a lot. It's going to cost me a fair old bit. So we won't hire any extra engineers. We'll just have to, you know, take our lumps on that one. Let's have a look at facilities. A refurbish is going to cost me 2.2 mil. It's expensive, but probably worth it. Let's check the condition of the cars first of all, though. Everything came through unscathed. We are into iffy windows now with both engines and gearboxes, so they will be getting swapped out for the next Grand Prix. They will be practice parts only from now on. Let's check in with the board, see what the board thoughts. They should be delighted here, but they were delighted, as they damn well should be. 5th place, phenomenal. Actually, we're one below our target. I thought our target was 8th. It's actually 7th. But that's race number 4 out of 12 now. So we are 1/3 of the way through our long-term objective. Still plenty of rounds to go. We're 5 rounds down, 15 to go. And we only need 8 more points finishes to complete the long-term objective. So we've got just under a 50-50 on the remaining races to score points. It's not ideal. It is a shorter season because it's 20 races, not 24, but sprints are increased to 10 from 6. So kind of compensates for it, and it now gives us the opportunity to rotate our calendar a little bit as well, which is why we're on a slightly shorter season length. Where do I spend that money? I haven't got any research started yet, but I don't have any engineers anyway, so that's kind of by the by. I think we have to get our suspension sim refurbed. Where are my facilities? There they are. This is probably, of the 3 that are in trouble, one's already getting a refurb. This one's the next most. This one's the most important of the 3, I would say. So CFD still to go. That's 2.5 mil. We're down to just $843. Oh, that's abysmal. And in 4 days we'll get a little bit of money back from Singapore, and then it'll all disappear in a week's time when we start a new month and our wage bill goes through. Ah, dear. already thinking about when we're going to get money from the sponsors, and it's not going to be for a while. We've only just had it there, so not till the end of June, I don't think. Yeah, there we go. That's where we're going to get our money from. We're still a way off from that. A long way off from that. We are 1, 2, 3, 4 weeks away from getting money from the sponsors. But we do have back-to-back Grand Prix. Singapore, just a few days away. And then a 2-week gap till we go to Baku. Singapore is also a sprint weekend. So back-to-back sprints. And then just a normal race weekend in Baku. Let's advance time. Team Hub refurb is done. That should hopefully cheer up our engineers. Yep, Javi's not quite so miserable anymore. What about our backroom staff here? They're all okay. Yes, we know about that. So the effectiveness has gone up to 110% thanks to one of the sponsors that we have giving us a boost. That's very nice. Development will increase back to 44%. Mentality will go back up by 2.2 points. And team attractiveness will go up as well. Now that we have that scout, let's start looking at potential drivers for next season, shall we? I want someone young, because that's going to mean someone cheap to help offset the exorbitant wages that we're paying Hamilton. They can see $42 million a season is quite pricey. So we can't really afford a superstar lineup because of how much his contract's costing us. Kimi might be a bit too expensive, and he's out of contract at the end of next season, so we couldn't afford the buyout anyway. Lindblad's, oh, he's got a long contract. Look, he's out of contract at the end of 2029. What about Behrman? Behrman's got a long run on his contract as well. I do kind of like the idea of signing Behrman, though. What about Bortoletto? He's got 2 years to go. Hadjar. Ooh. Hadjar. Only got 6 months left on his contract. He could be the one. He could be the one to pop in. Not Perez. Hadjar could be the one to pop in. He's pretty closely matched overall to Valtteri, but 15 years younger. So his development rate is going to be much, much higher. And with 7 months left in his contract, there would be no buyout to hire him for next season. Which means we wouldn't have to break Valtteri's contract to buy out his remaining year, because he hasn't got a remaining year. He's in his final year now. So it would just be a case of pay the signing on fee, and that's it. Yeah, that could be a really good get if we can get Hadjar for next season. Right, 1 day to go until Singapore. Not expecting rain. Going to be hot. So a little like China. Let's take a look at the actual forecast. Cloudy on the Friday for sprint quali and practice. Cloudy and some sunshine on the Saturday for the sprint and then main quali. And then Sunday will be cloudy with some sun as well. 32 degrees. Ambient temperature. Track temperature is going to be probably pushing 40 to 50 degrees again. We'll see how we do there. Lap record set by Max last year. Here's the lap record at China. It's still Mick Schumacher from 2004. Very surprised by that. All right. That is it for tonight. There are the current standings. George tops the standings by 2 points from Lando. It's a lot closer than I thought it was. I forgot that George had had a pretty rough weekend points-wise at Suzuka. So, was it Suzuka or was it the race before Suzuka? But he's had some problems recently. So, I think it was actually the race before Suzuka, wasn't it? Because Max got a win in the Grand Prix and the sprint. So, yeah. Let's take a quick look at Grand Prix. So, Melbourne. Max got the win in the sprint there. George did have issues there. He got a point in Suzuka, while Lando took the win, which is what put Lando top. But it was here where the main problems were for George. He got 4th in the race, but did not make the top 10 at all in the sprint. Whereas Max picked up the win and in both. So that enabled Max to jump up. Lando outscored him and then obviously got the win in Suzuka as well. That's what closed that gap up. But normal service resumed. George with win number 3. Let's see, we've had... How many sprints have we had so far? I think we've had... Is it 4 sprints now? George has won 2 sprints. Max has won a sprint. Nobody else has won a sprint. So we've had 3 sprints then. 7 to go. Where are the remaining sprints? We know we've got one in Singapore. Where else have they got sprints? We've got one in Barcelona. That's number 5. Number 6 in Monaco. Number 7 in Austria. Number 8 in Canada. Number 9 in Vegas. And then number 10, the final sprint in Mexico, the penultimate round of the championship. We will be finishing in Brazil. I just think that's a great place to end the season, is Sao Paulo. So there we go. That is the end of what's been a very, very good weekend for us. A very good race weekend. We got points in both the Grand Prix and the sprint. Couldn't quite get Valtteri in the points in the race, but more than made up for that with Hamilton taking 5th place, which was fantastic. If you have enjoyed tonight's race, then a thumbs up would be much appreciated. If you're not yet subscribed, then why not consider hitting that subscribe button as well to show your support for the channel, and hit that notification bell so you are alerted when a live stream starts or a new videos drop on the channel. I will be back at the usual time tomorrow of 8 PM for round 6 and our next sprint weekend as we head to Singapore. Until then, that's it from me. Thanks for watching. I am Jim Bob, and I'll be back with more F1 Manager very soon.